And then you're going to be hearing from Bianca and Tommy, but you're also going to be hearing from Lydia. And I'd just like to note, I oftentimes say this in times of tragedy, where the courage of people come from who are in the midst of tragedy and their own struggles, take that and channel it into action. And that's exactly what we're doing here today. We gavelled in the House last week in a pretty solemn ceremony, because it's the first time since the loss and the murder of Speaker Hortman, Mark, the murder or the attempted murder of Senator Hoffman and his wife Yvette. This comes on the heels of the horrific action that took Fletcher and Harper's life, injured 30 others, including Lydia, in a shooting. Minnesotans have been demanding since that day and long before that we not let this issue go away, that in this moment, we've seen this so many times in America, oh, there's nothing we can do. Isn't that tragic? We have another shooting, Uvalde, Parkland, and the names go on. And then to get to that list, now we have Annunciation. Well, the difference is in Minnesota that we're not willing to let this go. We are not willing to say this is the way we have to live, and we're taking action to do something about it. In December, I became the first Minnesota governor to take executive action on gun violence, strengthening current laws on the books, directing state agencies to take concrete steps to prevent gun violence-related injuries and death, and creating the statewide Safety Council. It was an important first step reflecting what the public was asking us to do, but it was simply that, a first step. Cannot be a back burner issue. We're going to come together with this group here, these legislative leaders, with the action of the community, with brave individuals like Lydia standing up and making a difference. We've got a comprehensive package, and just to give you an idea what's in here, these are things that data shows us will protect lives. Will stop some of these things from happening, and will strengthen what we already have. We're under no illusion that we could stop every single one, but the idea of throwing up your hands and saying, what can we do, when America is the place that this happens most often, it happens day after day after day. There have already been dozens and dozens of mass shootings across this country since the first of the year. But we're proposing a ban on military assault rifles, high-capacity magazines, ensuring accountability among responsible gun owners. These should be easy lifts, safe storage, reporting your weapons when they're lost or stolen, closing the ghost gun loophole, implements a firearm insurance requirement, establishes a firearm and ammunition tax, and creates and expands early intervention resources, including school resources, working to go back upstream to prevent anything that happened in Annunciation to ever happen again. These are common sense measures. We've made significant progress. We know the data shows our red flag laws are saving lives. We know that these are concrete proposals that make a difference. We've proven to the rest of the world that Minnesota is built differently. And I want to make this case that this legislative session, this is an opportunity to make Minnesota the safest state around gun violence while doing nothing to impinge on your Second Amendment rights. So I would encourage the legislators who have this. I'll take them pheasant hunting next year and show them that they can do this, but we can also show them the data and work together. This is a time for bipartisan action around an issue that tore at the heart and continues to, and we owe it to the Annunciation families not to have that just be another statistic in the book. In Minnesota, that was the final straw. That was it. I pushed and pushed and pushed, and we couldn't even get legislators to have a hearing. Well, those days are over. Some of these folks in here are going to be testifying today, and they're going to continue to testify. And the legislators that are here, you're going to get sick and tired of hearing me talk about something needs to be done on this. We can multitask. We'll tackle fraud. We'll deal with what happened to us from the federal government, but simultaneously we're going to take care of our own, especially our children. And with that, it's a pleasure to me and an honor to be up here, share this podium with Lydia. So I'll turn it to Lydia. Thank you.
My name is Lydia Kaiser. I'm in 8th grade at Annunciation Catholic School. On August 27th, I was in church, attending the first school mass of the year, when a gunman fired 116 rounds of bullets through the stained glass windows. 2 students were shot and killed. 2 students survived gunshot injuries to the head. I am one of them. Many more students were injured by bullets and flying glass. We all hid under the pews. The older students covered the younger students to protect them. I was taken to the hospital and rushed into surgery. The doctor moved a large piece, almost half of my skull, to let my brain swell and to remove bone and bullet fragments from my head. I had a second surgery 3 weeks later to put the piece of my skull back in my head. All children have the right to live, free from gun violence, in schools, churches, and in our communities. Elected officials have a duty to protect us from guns. No one should have to go through what we went through at Annunciation. Thank you.